Clearing my throat. I actually screamed. I was so frustrated with it. Like that. All right. Yeah. Very annoying when I'm coming on here to go live. Probably because I'm going to share some stuff that might make me uncomfortable or something. You know, it's all about clearing the throat. It's the speaking the truth, the throat chakra. It's been going on a while. Looking to pull up my video on my computer. So, I can catch the comments while I'm waiting for people to come in and join me today. That doesn't show me. Go here to my channel. All right, so I pulled a card this morning because I was like, what am I talking about today? Let it go is the card I got. This one. Let me get the light off of it. There you go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's from this deck. Sword of Light, Radley Valentine. Hey, Felicia. Good morning. It's like I was clearing my throat. I'm like, oh my god, I can't. This just constant. Like, oh my gosh. I actually screamed out to like try to clear all the whatever's there. Go. Why aren't you going? This has been going on a while, but it tends to be a little more extreme at certain times. So I was coming on, I thought, oh, I must be going to be speaking some truths that I'm not really very comfortable with. It's likely what's going on. So, yeah. Okay, why won't it go to my page? Here. Pulling up my page so I can read the comments on there or ignore them or delete them or whatever. Actually, you know what? When y'all see someone on here that doesn't belong here doing their shenanigans, you can delete them. I don't know if you know that, but you can block them. Because I had someone doing it, and I've done it for other people. So, yes, okay, there we go. All right. So, the card is, I laid it back down. Let it go. And it says, the situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. Right? Yeah. It's ridiculous. I usually ignore them, but every once in a while, I just... Yesterday I said something, and they got off. Like, just go. Just stop messing around here. All right, this is a number 18, of course. It's a 9 card for endings. So, let's see. I'm not sure who the person is. Who this is. Do you know who that is? I'm not sure who that is. Trying to get the light off of it. There we go. Let's see. Frequently, the activities you humans engage in are focused on seeking freedom. You want to be released from old ideas, expectations, fears, worries, traumas, stories, and tell yourself the past, and more often than you can imagine, other people. It's a pretty card. It spoke to me today, the deck. Sometimes what you want is physical freedom, but usually it's emotional, mental, or spiritual freedom that you are asking for. The tricky part is getting people to participate in their own release. You might be shocked by how many souls are afraid deep down of freedom. I can use my sword of light to sever the energetic connections to what makes you unhappy, but your free will gives you the right to not let go. Metaphorically, I can unlock the prison, but if you refuse to leave the cell, then there's nothing I can do. Hey, Mel. All right, so let me got a few more people here. So here's the card that I pulled this morning because I'm like, what am I talking about today? I didn't really know what the topic was, but it's very clear when I looked at the card. And it's a number 18, which is a 9. So letting go. 9 is completions. I want you to be free. You may even believe that you are desperate to be free, but there's something you're holding on to. Is it a memory, an idea or story, a person, ask yourself if you have given the past power over your happiness in the present because you're afraid you'll never be that happy in the future. We mind fuck ourselves in so many ways over this stuff. Oh my gosh. If so, it's time to dismiss that false notion, have courage that you can stand in your own power and live in the now, right? You can ask me to sever the energetic connections that hold you back a million times, and I will never tire of doing it. I will do it over and over with joy, but we'll both be even more joyful if I can't make it up. If you make the choice to really, literally, actually let go. Done. Let go. All right. Oh gosh, let it go. Thank you for that. Just like, oh my God, you just can't make this stuff up. Thank you. so, so letting go. Oh my gosh, beliefs, behaviors, relationships. What is not serving you anymore? What's not serving you? This is my new necklace that I got. Let me show you. Isn't it beautiful? Conference, Star Knowledge Conference. This is about really, really getting honest with yourself. Truly honest with yourself. What do you really want to live? How do you want to live? What's showing up in our energy and the energies that are coming in, the solar flares, the geomagnetic storms, the star being coming in to help us, all the energies pushing the stuff to the surface for us to let go. How many times do we tell the same story over and over and over? We're recreating the same energy, the same emotion, and we relive it time and time again. How many times? I'm guilty. This is the stuff. Stop telling the same story. Tell a new story. That's not always very easy. When one of my words for the year was freedom, and I really had to pause and look at what does that mean to me? What is freedom? It's freedom on every level. It's not just freedom here where I can be authentic over here, because if I'm not authentic across the board, there's no exemptions. If I'm not authentic somewhere, I'm not authentic everywhere. It shows up anywhere. Right? So there's no exemptions. If I'm telling some small lie or I'm not being completely honest with myself here, it's going to show up everywhere in my life. And those are the deeper layers. I think to myself, I am not a victim anymore. And then I look at some of the things that show up in my world and my point of view of it and how I see it and what I say about it. And I'm like, holy shimoli. I just deleted a whole bunch of cuss words because crap. I wrote it down. I'm like, I'm still a victim of my own circumstance and my own story. If I'm looking out there at you and I'm pointing a finger somewhere else besides right here, I'm playing victim. Let that land. If it's outside of me, I'm playing victim. I have a responsibility to me for how I respond, how I perceive, how I live my life. If I'm blaming out there, I'm playing victim. I did not like that at all. I promise you. Pissed me off. Because I'm just so, over the years, I am no longer a victim. I'm so proud of myself. I'm not a victim anymore. And I am so in control of my life and my emotions. I was still getting triggered all over the place. And I had a coach one time and I was talking about all the energies. Thank you for the emojis. They're not showing on my phone. So I was telling her, oh, I'm an empath and I'm highly sensitive and I just feel all of the energies. And she said, well, you're not a victim. I was like a gut punch. If I'm not mastering my energy and my emotions and I'm allowing all that to affect me all the time, I'm playing victim. Now, have we been victimized in our life? Yes. As children, all those things have happened. But at some point, it's my responsibility to stop playing that, to stop doing that and behaving that way. So when I'm looking at poverty, scarcity, money, those are big things for me. I think they're big things for a lot of people. And it's not coming, and it's not coming, and I'm blaming the universe. I'm blaming the people for not coming. Who's the common denominator in my life? Me. I am the common denominator. How am I showing up in the world that's pushing all that away? Ouch. Right? Those are the things to let go. Let that stuff go. Because as long as I continue telling the same story, I'm going to keep repeating it. What are your questions? Or comments? Are you relating to this? And then, really? Okay. I'm going to pull a card and see what the direction is from this deck. Spirit. Spirits of nature. Oh, just a whole bunch came out here. Oh. Well, that was a lot of cards. I have no idea here. Okay. A bunch of them came out together, so I'm gonna 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards came out together. Let me see. I'll show you like this. You can kind of see the progression of them. And then we'll unpack it. First one's adaptability. And it's moss. Moss adapts. How, yes, when we are triggered, it shows up that there are still some things there. Yes. Yes. So adaptability here. So the ability to adapt to situations. So I'm not saying that everything is in our control out there. But if I'm putting my focus and blame out there, then I'm playing victim to that. I can respond however I choose. That's where I stop playing victim. When I'm triggered, depending on how deeply it is, until I've recovered and come back to my center, I'm not responding. I'm a victim to that trauma in my body still. When I've stopped reacting from the trauma and the trigger, then I can clear the energy. I can take a look at what is coming up for me to clear. When it's triggered in our body and we're off the chart about it, our emotions are off the hook, there's a whole chemical reaction that happens in the body, and we're not reachable at that point. So when you see somebody raging and they're off the chart and they're over, we call it overreacting, but they're over the top in their reaction, there's no reaching them. Because the chemicals happening in their body is made it to be where it's unreasonable. Like the whole reaction, it's just a reaction that's coming out. And until they're through that, there's no reasoning with them to bring them off unless they're willing. So adaptability is like moss. This moss. We see moss. If you're out in the forest, you see moss. It's very, very adaptable. It grows anywhere, and some of it's healthy. Some of it's medicine. Some of it's protection. Some of it's just interwoven into other things, and it feeds other things. So it's very adaptable to its situation. And that's what we're learning in how to respond in the world instead of constantly being a reaction to it. Because when I'm reacting, I'm in that victim place. It's not a good or bad thing. It's not a right or wrong thing. It's just what's so. And then I get to choose. This is the number 24, so 6, all that change. This is 21, it's lightning, and it's breakthrough. So number 3. So breaking through the things, looking at the things, being willing to look at what's showing up for you. And everything. So sometimes the breakthroughs are like micro. Somebody's emotion in that one. Good morning, Alita. Sometimes the what did I say? The breakthroughs, I lost my train of thought there, is micro. It's just a micro breakthrough, but it in the bigger picture, that ripple effect is huge. I don't know about y'all, but I'm looking for sometimes the big lightning bolt. Give me a lightning bolt. Give me a lightning bolt so I know that I've broken through something. It's not always that way. Some things are really big and it feels like lightning struck and it's like, whoa, something shifted so huge and you're open and your whole paradigm shifts. And then there's those other things that we forget to look at. And they're micro, they're incremental. And they all lead to the big things. And then have you ever noticed that suddenly you're like, oh, something shifted, something changed, something's huge, I feel different. And it was so simple and I didn't have to put any effort, but we've been putting effort all the way up till this point. We've been efforting all along to clear all this stuff preceding that big breakthrough. Unless it's like, I don't know, near-death experience. People have huge in those situations. Sometimes the trauma, those big traumas are like the lightning. When we get triggered by a big trauma, and that can be the lightning bolt to create the breakthrough. There's many, many ways. So once you're through that reaction to the trauma and that trigger, then take a look. Take a real hard look at what shifted for you and what you cleared. The cedar tree, wisdom, number 5. Yes, the breakthrough. I forget sometimes to look at how far I've come. When I'm in the thick of it and I'm moving and I'm just keep unpacking, I'm like, God, am I ever going to arrive somewhere else? But if I look behind me and remember and look at all the places, all the transitions, all the transformations, they're huge. This is wisdom. This is wisdom when we can look back at ourselves and our life and how far we've grown, instead of judging ourselves for how far we feel like we still have to go. And then we start beating ourselves up because I'm not where I think I should be. Give yourself a break. Take a look. Take a look. I journal all the time. I can pick up any journal and I can look at how far I've grown. How the writing changes. The insights come. You may not do that, but you can just look back and remember those places in your life. Some of them are really big, and some are just somebody made a comment that just helped you shift, and it just something landed and a piece of the puzzle went into place. You're like, gosh, I needed that. Somebody sent me something in the mail this week, and it was it's a little hook thing. I think it goes like on a bracelet, or you can hang it on the mirror or something. It's a hug. And she said, just because. And I was like, in that moment, I really needed that. And it was so helpful. Just because somebody was thinking of me. Those simple little things. So remembering your experiences, because when you remember your experiences and you integrate them, this is your wisdom. This is where your wisdom comes in. And the cedar trees are pretty amazing. They're really adaptable also because they're they're resistant to fires and they're resistant to bugs, and that's why we love to have cedar chests and have cedar in our house and all those things. Amen to that. I need to dig deeper sometimes into that, where I used to be. Just notice where you used to be and where you are now, and see how far. Here's a story I read some years ago, and if you're going from the, I don't remember, east to west, I guess it doesn't matter, east to west, or sunrise, sunset. And this is about our growth, right? Drive and drive and drive and drive, miles and miles and miles, and we never ever get any closer to the sun. The sun is always way out there. Way out there. We never get closer to it. But if we stop the car and we look behind us, we see how many miles we've traveled, and we see how much we've grown. Further back when I doubt. Yes, thank you for the hearts. Yes. Okay, so now the next one. We've gone through adaptability, breakthrough, wisdom, and now we have renewal. Lorraine, 29, number 11. The master number. Renewal. Number 11 is like a doorway. You're walking through the doorway. It's my life path number. So rain comes in. It washes away all the dirt and the dust and all the stuff that we've been carrying along. And it renews us. Go dance in the rain. We can do the same thing in the shower. You do it in the shower. Let it be the rain to wash away all the stuff that you picked up every single day. Or your bath. I like the bath too. I prefer the bath, but I can do both. And then we have resurrection. So you get renewal, resurrection. You're being resurrected as someone new. Right? You're coming in as someone new. Resurrection is not bringing back the same person. It might technically mean that, but that's not how I see this. When we're being resurrected, we're coming in as all the shit we let go of from the first card that I drew to see what we were talking about today. So let it go. So when we're resurrected and we've let that go, we're somebody else. Excuse me. And then the apple tree. And number 2, abundance. Abundance on every single level. Hey, Brad. Rebirth of the Phoenix. Yes. Now, when the Phoenix is rebirthed, comes in with all that knowledge. Coming in from all the ashes and reborn. Right? So it has all the wisdom that it's carried along through each life. I love that. I love the scene in Harry Potter when the I can't remember what the name was, but she just went into the ashes. Harry was all like, oh my God, I didn't kill her. And then she was reborn. As a child. A little bird. Rebirth of, yeah, okay. Anybody have questions here? Let's see where we're going then from this outcome here. Elita said, hello, Brad. I have the dragon deck. Air and fire dragon. Expand your creative energies. Harness your creativity, excitement, and enthusiasm. Communicate your passion. Oh, and it was a burning day. We actually finally have some rain today. I'm super happy about that. All right. Okay, so that's the card for today. That to wrap this all together, expand your creative energies. This is again about really coming back to what brings you joy and what brings you happiness. What are the things that are in our way, are in your way, to clear so you can step into that creativity without having the anchor on your butt. I was working with someone yesterday and had quite a traumatic experience at the doctor with some very personal areas, and we started unpacking what had happened and the many traumas in that first chakra, and it was quite intense, quite intense. But we were able to go in there and do a wound clearing for her. And I said, I'm super excited because that's the area of creation, the womb and the sacral. So when they are closed up, or they've had a lot of trauma and they hold that trauma and we aren't clearing them, or having someone help us clear them, it can block our creativity. She's already super creative. I'm excited to see where she goes now in her creation, clearing that energy out of there. Yeah. Right? Yes. Super exciting. It was super amazing to watch and to witness and see the transformation in that. Just seeing her, because when we got on this call together, she's just like red, and I can just feel it. And then she started to tell me what happened, and I was like, oh my gosh, let's take care of that. She's like, great, I trust you implicitly. Like, awesome, because that's what it takes to be open and surrender to it. To allowing someone to help you. Air and fire. I'm looking it up in the book. Get to the right page. There's so many ways. There's so many ways and so many things, and we just keep learning as we go. And each thing piles onto the last thing that we're working through or clearing or whatever way we're doing that. All right. Shimmering fourth dimensional blue and orange air and fire dragons are very social. They love to express themselves and make their presence known. I just thought of that. Which part? I'm talking to you. You're commenting. I know, but which part are we? Makes some sense. Got it. All right. I think I got it. They often create turbulence as they swirl around us. Air mixes with fire to ignite an explosion of creativity, enthusiasm, and aliveness. These dragons make us feel happy, excited, and sometimes a little unsettled or even overwhelmed. The guidance. Choosing this card indicates it is time to harness your gifts and talents for your highest good and that of the world. You have something in your soul to bring forward. So your guidance is to decide what fires your enthusiasm, then trust your inner wisdom and talk about it. Take a chance and step onto your true path of happiness and creativity. Remember that excitement and passion are magnetic qualities and will draw the right people and situations to you. This card can also suggest that circumstances may present themselves to you in which you will be required to make a rapid decision using your intuition and discernment rather than logic. The air and fire dragon who has come to you is telling you to trust yourself. Trust yourself. You have all you need to make the right choice. With your air and fire dragon beside you, success is ensured. Let's see. Does intimacy clear those chakras? My first hit was a no. Depends on the type of intimacy, the person and their intentions, because when we have intercourse, we're taking on their stuff. So it doesn't always clear the root chakra. It can add to it. Oh yeah. Okay, good. I was just on lunch. I'm leaving in 2 days and working my butt off. Good. Just wanted to see you. I love it. I'm so glad you came. So this air and fire, one fuels the other. If you don't have air, you can suffocate the fire. And if you have air, you can fuel the fire. We know that in California very well. So allowing it to fuel you, allowing it to ignite you and your passion, allowing yourself to feel what you're passionate about. There's so much shifting and changing. The thing that we thought we might be doing, there's some things I had a vision about that I don't have the same vision anymore. It's either not there at all or it's evolved into something else. So some of the things that we've been doing up until now, and we're shifting so rapidly and clearing so much deep stuff, then it's the really listening to what's the next step for you. What's the next thing that your soul is pulling you forward into? Because it may not be the same. It's not the same for many. The vision is changing. Yes. It's changing. And much of this is coming from us remembering. Take a deep breath, everyone. I feel some energy in that one. So we're remembering our original blueprint, why we originally came to this planet, and that's what we're moving. I say back, but we're not really going back because it's evolved. But it was a pure energy that we lived from, where we had that telepathy. Yes, things that feels like a void. Absolutely. When we're in between or in that state, called it like a gap. I'm not there. I'm not in the old place, and I'm not in the new place quite yet. I'm in that void as I'm clearing out the old and allowing the new, and allowing myself to step in a new way, and allowing myself to get honest about it and hear it. Because as humans, we can still feel afraid because it's new and it's unknown, and the mind is like, no way, claptrap, close it. Nope. We're not going there. We got to stay here where it's comfortable, even if it kills me. So, overriding the mind and allowing the new. Creating safety for ourselves so the mind can feel safe stepping into new. We're rewiring those nervous systems. Back to the original. Back to what they were when it was pure, when we were in a pure energy and it hadn't been distorted. And coming through many, many lifetimes when we were killed for that, or we died at this juncture, and we're moving through it. It's exciting, and it can feel quite terrifying at times, because I'm like hanging off the cliff here, because what was there before that felt like safety is not there, and it's not safe. I feel like really, truly, what is safety? Safety is something we create inside of ourselves. I create safety in me. And I create safety by trusting my intuitive self, trusting my higher self, trusting spirit. And when I trust that, and I feel safe in that, I'm going to be led anywhere. I'm going to trust all those new things that show up. I might have some fear still. But as long as I'm stepping and living in that faith and trust, I can keep moving forward into new. I say I, it's you, we. Questions. Anybody have any questions on this? I sometimes have no idea where it's all going to go, so it's kind of exciting to watch. The gap is excruciating. It feels like it because you know what? We're so used to moving and we're so used to producing. And when we're in the gap and we're trying to do something and it doesn't work because there's nothing to do. I can't move forward because I don't know what the next step is because I'm still clearing some of the old shit. But I'm so used to producing because that's what we've been taught. You must produce. You must prove your worth. You must audition. You must perform. You must keep going. You must keep showing up. Very patriarchal, very masculine energy. There's no balance in that. That's not a judgment. It's a true statement that we live very masculine, very driven about doing and always thinking in our head and not trusting in our heart, which is where the feminine is, and that's about receiving. So in that gap, allow yourself to receive. What are you receiving? Rest, some compassion from yourself, patience with yourself. Allow yourself to receive that from you, to take care of you. Because you're going to take that when you're moving forward. And allow it to be okay. I saw somebody with a t-shirt last night. It's okay to not feel okay. And when we're in the gap, we don't feel okay. We are not used to sitting still. Ever. So it's a learning for us to get okay being not feeling okay. And what does that mean? I accept whatever I'm feeling, where I'm feeling, when I'm feeling, how I'm feeling right now. And I don't try to change it. I allow myself to feel it. Pausing, breathing, embodying. That's how you move it. And that's how you move upwards in your consciousness. So you get into those higher vibrations and frequencies in the consciousness is by allowing ourselves to accept where we are. If I can't accept where I am, I'm not going to allow myself to hear or feel or move because that's too scary. So something I keep learning over and over and over, and my husband likes to be busy, and he's that's how he operates. I operate differently. And still my mind's always going. So even when I'm sitting still, I might look like I'm doing nothing. There's always something going on. Often it's energetically allowing myself to be where I need to be at this time. Yes. We don't like the feeling when we're in that gap, or I feel uncomfortable in the feeling I'm feeling. And so I want to change it. And we change it in many, many ways. It's not going to last forever. If we will allow ourselves to pause and breathe into it and let the energy move. If we keep wallowing, we're going to keep recreating and keep reliving. If we will allow the energy to move out and allow ourselves to shift and take that little micro step, it's okay to be happy in spite of or because of. It's okay to be happy, yes. But our nervous systems are not wired for that. Our nervous systems are wired for all this trauma, heightened emotion all the time. That's why we have the adrenal, exhaustion and thyroid stuff. We have all these things because the cortisol levels are off the chart. Because we're always on guard. Yes. So just breathe into that acceptance. Just breathe into where you are and feel what you feel. Feelings are not fact. I know I said emotion stuff. We call them feelings. Feelings are not fact. If it's your intuition feeling, trust it. If it's your trauma feeling or your uncomfortable feeling because I don't like where I'm at, it's not a fact. If I'm feeling hurt because someone said something that I didn't like or I got triggered, that's not the truth. It's not the truth. Doesn't mean I'm not going to examine it. Someone says to me, "You're awfully selfish." Great, thanks for the comment. I might look at it and see if their view of me is accurate. It's likely to hurt my feelings. Right, but if I just sit with that, is it actually true? Am I actually being selfish, or am I taking care of myself? And they think it's selfish because I've set a boundary. Do you see? That's what came up with it. In spite of what's going on in our lives, it's okay for us to be happy. 100%. And remember, the universe is always working in our favor. It's always for us. Every single thing that happens is for us being authentic. It's for our growth. It's for our evolution. It's for our transformation. Doesn't mean we're going to like it. I don't always like it. But if I can sit with myself and move through it, and get to the other side, it's okay. Someone used to ask me, I went through this phase of people, how are you doing? I'm all right. No matter what's going on in my world, I'm okay. And whatever's happening is going to be okay, even if I don't like it or I don't think it's that right now. I'm okay. And it's always been true. Thank you for that. That was a lot of stuff. I'm listening. If there's anything else. Being authentic. Truly, truly being authentic is letting go of the things that aren't serving. If it's a belief or it's a behavior or it's an attitude or it's a relationship, if it's not serving you, sometimes just letting go of our attachment or our belief about it. I'm thinking of a relationship. Not all relationships are ending, and it's not letting go of the person or the relationship necessarily. Sometimes it's letting go of how I'm showing up in that. I mean, something came up with it through me. Love that. Yes. Good stuff, good stuff. Thank you all. Thank you for being here and hearing me and taking it to heart and taking what you want, leave the rest. Hit a like and a subscribe if you haven't. And then you'll get notified. Turn on the notifications. Then get to turn on notifications so you get notified. And yeah, I'm hopeful for some big rains this weekend, and then clearing up over the, what is it, 21st, when there's I've gotten notifications. Thank you for all the emojis. Thank you, thank you. There's big lights in the sky, and I don't remember if it was meteorites. I can't remember. There was stuff going to be happening on the 21st, and for the next few days after that haven't happened in like 15,000 years or something. And a new moon, yes, and a new moon, for sure, for sure. So while it's still feeling pretty intense, just taking a breath. I'm taking a breath. I'm practicing. I have to be the example, right, of what I'm telling you. Taking the breath. While it's still intense, it's some of the energies and stuff moving through our body. It's the last place that we feel it is in our body. There's also some lightness that's feeling a little lighter. Like we could breathe a little easier for a minute. I don't know how long it'll stay like that. Lots of plasma light hitting the earth right now. Yeah. So I'm feeling that in my knees. Just this ache. Been for a few weeks now, so I know Felicia has too. She's been having some knee stuff going on also. So yeah, just take care of you. And yeah, I loved that video. If you have the link handy, that would be great to put in here. It was the Patriot Nurse. That's what it's called, the YouTube channel, the Patriot Nurse, about what to say and what not to say when you go to the doctor. Yeah. It just confirmed. I didn't watch it all yet. Knees and feet, yes, because I had a toe issue too. I was like, oh my God, can we just not be feeling all this? And it's pretty intense. So remember that. Remember that for yourself, that the body's the last place to adjust. So we're going to adjust in spirit, we're going to adjust in emotions, but the emotions are in the body. So the body's the last place adjusting to all this energy and all this ascending to higher vibrations from that carbon base to crystalline to plasma. So if you need to go to the doctor, go to the doctor. But if you know that it's, just ask your body. It'll tell you. If it's ascension symptoms, you're going to know. And just let it be. Write it out. I'm just writing it out. That's all I ever do. And I'm like, well, it's just moving through it. So, my throat stopped doing that thing that it was doing before I got on, so that was good. Spine and nervous system upgrades. Yes, 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 absolutely. Definitely feeling that. Feeling that. And some days it's just like, I feel some shifting, and it just felt like I didn't have to put a lot of effort into it. It was super easy. So be good to yourselves. Hydrate yourselves. Take a bath. Take a shower. Let the water nourish your body, and the vibration when you're drinking your water, it's raising your vibration. It's life. Water is life. You can program your water. You can just put some light into it, or love into it, or put a code into it. 528 is love. 528. Snap it in your water. Simple. Elevates your vibration. Amplifies our bodies. What are we, 70% water? And we're a lot of water in our bodies, so take care of that. And if you don't have that, people say, drink pure, clean water. Well, if you don't have exactly pure, clean water, maybe it's filtered or whatever, you just put some shungite in it, put some charges in it, put some love in it, some light. It's going to read your energy. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Take care of yourself. All right, lovelies. Have a fabulous weekend. I'll be back in here maybe later today to do my daily live journal, but for sure tomorrow. Speak love over water and food. It's praying over your food, right? Or put your hands over it and just hold that vibration of love. Yep. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the emojis. Say love it, love it, love it. I will see you here in this way. Maybe Friday, because I'll be gone on the weekend next weekend. So take good care. Much love to you all too. Have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you very soon. Namaste.